hear you.
Yo, sounds like someone's trying to kick off the party without us.
No way, man! Ain't no party till I show up.
Blood show, I was really done. Pennsylvania! Never been in love? And who's at their heart broken? We feel you, and trust me, stay strong. Time heals everything. And I know you know it, right? Love, it's time.
Every day, I'm getting stronger, but I still feel the pain. Time will show the way. Knowing hurts you broken with or without you.
Arthur, this place is swarming with Skuldra.
Hold back. She'll get it open.
Alright, welcome back to In His Mind. I'm just waking up, so I'm a little off here, and I think it may be the best time to talk about this. It's something that I've thought about for the past 24 hours, 48 hours, somewhere between there. And frankly, I'm not a gaming channel at all. However, gaming is a part of my life, and I guess as indicated by others, it's a reminder of normalcy. Of something to hold on to when you don't really have much else in your life that you can smile and be thankful for or about. Also, gaming can be a way to keep people in your life when you're disabled as well. That's more of a side note, really, because some people have found that out, and it's worth passing along. You can talk to others, just, there's going to be some people that you run into now and then. I have some good friends on both the Xbox and the PlayStation sides, and some on both sides. Going back to Helsing for the PlayStation side, and for the Xbox, Dark Souls 3 specifically is what started off. This, however, I'm going to say it comes with a disclaimer, because if you haven't played Warframe, there's going to be some spoilers, and you're going to want to play up to the sacrifice quest, because that is where a lot begins to make sense in a very horrific sort of way. The trailer, when it came out years ago, indicates that, because of the person who was the intensive breathing indicates that they were hospitalized and that they were on life support, and it's very, very traumatic in a lot of ways. It doesn't quite fit here, but if you were to take a look, it'll impact you. That's all I'm going to say. It basically says for a miracle to happen, you got to trade your life for theirs. I'm paraphrasing. Anyway, this whole entire thing I couldn't talk about originally because it was just too hard. In fact, there are parts that are hard for everyone to go talk about because of what they remind. And this is one of the few games where you play along and there is actually an emotional component where you want to connect with the other players, you want to connect with the characters in the game because of what happens. I want to say Roland from Borderlands 2, when he got killed off, that was pretty severe for the entire community. If you remember the colonel who got killed off in MASH, that was one of the very few deaths that shook the entire world at that point in time, back in like the 80s or 90s when MASH first came out. I want to say, as far as this game, that is that moment, you know, like they have that moment in here. Now, I want to say there is definitely a spoiler alert, so like if you want to play that game, I don't think you do, because most people here aren't gamers, but if you do, you want to pause it and play the game up until this point and then come back for this video. It's going to highlight some very important things about the similarities between Christianity and Warframe. Being saved by your friends, saving your friends, it's got some heavy moments in there. Especially when you find out the truth behind a lot of this stuff. That being said, I hope you enjoy. This is not going to be a short video.
We're not gonna make it!
Maybe we cut our losses like we should have done weeks ago.
What's he talking about, Marty?
I told you this was a setup!
I can't.
Eleanor is the first to die.
Eleanor!
Then Letty.
See you soon, Mama.
I've seen enough, Albrecht!
Not that old dog. This is me.
I can't.
These gifts you have, a piece of me, given freely. But those before you were tortured, flayed flesh for stolen stars.
I was too slow.
Before you, they did not last. They worshiped me, my flesh fed their grief. Come back for us,
I told you this was a setup!
Just go.
Now, none of this is going well for the Hex, but also the indifference seems to be leveling with us in a way, explaining that, presumably the Oregon, just took what they wanted from the Void, never asking, just taking and using it for their own nefarious purposes. And the Tenno is no stranger to their behavior, having been involved in their downfall on numerous occasions at this point. And I believe it is trying to reach us, and perhaps even deserves sympathy, but consider what that cost may be. Nonetheless, after taking on the darkness of each of the Hex's future downfall, Albrecht seems to appear, shooting us and snapping us back to the mission at hand. And the end begins with a message from the online boys, serenading us into the new year.
We can't hear you!
Yo! Sounds like someone's trying to kick off the party without us.
No way, man! Ain't no party till I show up!
Blood show how it's really done. Pennsylvania! Never been in love? And who's at their heart broken? We feel you, but trust me, Stay strong. Time heals everything. And I know you know it, right? Love is time.
Every day I'm getting stronger, but I still feel the pain. Time will show the way.
Each group finds its way in, but we are shown the troubled pair of Letty and Eleanor first, with Letty just trying to make sure Eleanor can keep her mind after having taken on the tech rod as a kind of surrogate mother, even having reverence for it as if it were her own children, and seeming to like this just a bit too much. And then a familiar scene with us already knowing what happens in the aftermath. Quincy may have actually been safe, had he actually left, of course. But in staying to cover Arthur and Amir, unfortunately, this will be the last thing he does. Which then brings us to the reactor itself, Amir, Aoi, and Arthur. Amir, being the tech wizard he is, with much quicker thinking than most of us, as anyone who's chatted with him for any amount of time will undoubtedly know, begins his attempt to shut it down, with Aoi trying to hold everything in place until he can finish. Arthur, seeing a particularly hostile-looking creature on the reactor itself, decides to essentially give his life by going in and attempting to stop it, the amount of radiation seeming to be even too great for a Warframe. Aoi, not being fully adapted to her powers, underestimates the strain it will put upon her and falls. Arthur's attempt at destroying the creature is successful, even amidst the murmur grasping fiendishly for him, appearing to somewhat go against the Indifference's desire to counter Entradi's plan, but regardless, the radiation was just too great. And for as fast as Amir is, this time, he was too slow. Albrecht shows up, seemingly to be at the precipice of at least a portion of the plan he has enacted to neutralize the void, the spark he needed within reach, and his plan revealed to head to Tau, the same place Ballas was headed. And after having murdered Amir, he pleads with the Tenno to just be indifferent here, see the bigger picture, realize the tough part's done, that all of them are already dead, and make that sacrifice count, a theme well, he's been preaching for quite some time now. But the Tenno has his own familiar saying he reverts to. And then Entradi does a very odd thing. He appears to surrender another option, but only by getting to know them, and kills our character just as he did Amir. Now, most likely understanding what Entradi mentioned earlier, the Drifter, with his time in Duviri being so extensive, is no stranger to death and cycles, and thus decides against it, beginning again, which leads the group back to roughly a year prior to the Cataclysm, and a group of individual proto-frames all vaguely aware of what occurred.
What occurred in that reactor, or what's going to occur, is beyond me. But it looks like we have another chance. And with you steering that ship, we might even make it. If anyone can pull this team together, it's you. And if there's anything I can do, you know where I am.
With you? Well, you are to make this group something more. And while they aren't the 27 Yankees and aren't yet a team, it's up to you to beat them into shape, so to speak, and find another way. Something that can only be achieved by chatting with each of them, fighting beside them, and genuinely attempting to forge bonds with the entirety of the group. By doing so, we learn so much that it needs its own video, but most importantly, it offers us the chance to, as our other in Duviri so eloquently puts it, begin again.
Eleanor is the first to die.
She's just in the back.
Eleanor!
She's just in the back collecting it.
Making sure that you are still you.
Of course we are. You can too.
Eleanor, only here to help. It's up to you.
I'm here.
Yeah, I do. Not today, Mama.
Area secure. Godspeed, Amir.
Did you forget? Albrecht's going to burn them all anyway.
You can. You're strong enough.
We're not gonna make it, man! I can't even compile in time.
Then we go down swinging.
Not now. Not now.
Amir, slow it down.
I don't have time.
Hold out your hand. Just go. Done. Andrade. Veiled. Sorry about your hand. You wait. No. Hey, let's get out of here, Arthur. Both of us. Okay? Okay.
heart would struggle to lose them. It had to grow. The only way it ever does. With others. Carry this power with mercy, Tenno.
And by doing so, apparently against the wishes of the indifferents, we are able to use our light and cleanse them of this darkness they seem to be trapped under. And I believe in some subconscious way, heal each of the Hex's darkest fears by just being there with them through it. A point that's made early in our discussions, them all being loners until we come along. By transferring into each of them at the proper moment, now fully trusted as a member of their family, our Tenno gives them the latent power they need to overcome themselves, their darker side, doubt, fear, insecurity. They had to let it all go, essentially freeing their minds and showing them what they are truly capable of. Eleanor takes control of herself and is now confident in who she is again, with the process proving to Letty that her old friend had in fact returned. Aui's insecurity and Amir's panic attack are both calmed by the light of friendship and love, some of, if not the purest emotion a human can experience. Dare I say, Amir is shown being given that deep, comforting breath here that anyone that's had an anxiety attack understands what it's like finally getting to breathe once it finally ends. And Arthur can ultimately let his guard down, perhaps for the first time in soul knows how long, and be himself saved by an actual friend. And Trotty then goes on to tell us that
your heart would struggle to lose them. It had to grow. The only way it ever does. With others. Carry this power with mercy, Tenno.
And it's true. Now a team, the Hex with the Tenno at their back, can drudge forward towards the new year. Again.
Time's up, kiddo. I can save them. All of them.
But you have to want it.
Let's say we shake on it.
You have relived this moment countless times. But our minds are linked now. We'll face this together. This poison he's given you, it has taken your will away. You are a victim as much as your son.
Sorry, Isa. The time has come.
We are together.
I am honored to be your son.
Valis did this. Not you.
Don't worry, old friend. I'm not going to kill your boy.
You are.
Father! Father!
It's me, Isa. Remember your childhood? I'll never forget the time I finally beat him. Father, you alright? We had created monsters we couldn't control. We drugged them, tortured them, eviscerated them. We brutalized their minds, but it did not work. Until they came. And it was not their force of will, not their void devilry, not their alien darkness. It was something else. It was that somehow, from within the derelict horror, they had learned a way to see inside an ugly, broken thing. And take away its
We accept this memory.
beyond its reach.